Good morning. Today we're going to try a still life painting. Okay, in the background we just want to make it look nice. We're going to use a good old trusty fan brush. We're going to spray a little bit of water on here because we're using acrylic paint. The great thing about acrylic paint is it dries pretty quick. Now we just want to take some brown and go in the background because browns are going to be a primary color of this, that's for sure. They're going to be a lot of browns. We're just going to do a real nice still life, and it's very easy to do, but it's also a great thing where you can learn about shadows and just making the background look like it's the background, the foreground look like it's the foreground. You know, all of that fun stuff. Okay, we're just going to go in the background a little bit there. Now we're going to take a little bit of this brown and we're going to kind of put it down here. And we want to smooth it around a little bit here. Make it look just kind of natural. We're just making we're making a scene that will just be nice. And we got a lot of earth colors, and we're going to go with a little bit of darker here near the edge. We want to give it a little bit of structure here. And we're going to go with a little bit of dark around in here. Now, we're going to go with more shadows down in here because there will be stuff that will be there. You can't see that yet, but you will. Now, we want to get a little bit more brown and go in here. We don't want to overwhelm it. We just want it to look natural and nice. And in nature, there's nothing perfect, so don't worry about that part. Now we just want to go down. Give this a nice feeling in the sky. Well, it actually isn't sky, it's just a wall. I'm so used to painting paintings that have a sky back there that I want to say sky, but it's not the sky. It's just the background. Okay. Now we are going to stop that from running off there, maybe. Now we're going to just kind of settle this a little bit here. We just want to give it a nice feeling. Now we're going to put that brush away. We're going to see if we can find another brush here. Okay. That one might work. We scooted over, didn't we? Okay, we've got a regular brush here. Now, where our objects are going to be, we just want to put some black to start building up the patterns. There's some little branches or something back here. Something to give it interest. So we want to start to build them up. They'll go over in here. They live over in this area. And then we're going to have a little, like a rolled up towel, something on that order. It's going to be over in this area. So we just want to start building that up. It's kind of rolled in on itself here. So we just want to kind of go like we're rolling it. Different rolls. The good thing about acrylic is that it dries, and when you build up more on it, it's dry, so it's going to take color real easy. Now we've got 2 candles, and we're going to make the top of the candles go right in here. That's where the first candle kind of lives. I'm going to put an edge to it, and then we're going to go put another edge to it. Okay, that's where the first candle is. And of course it's going to have a flame. But of course the flame's not going to be black, but we'll correct that soon. Okay. We're going to go with a smaller candle right in here. It lives right about here. That's where the top of that one lives, and that one goes on down. And we just go on down with that. And then we just put a little wick there, and we'd put a little flame on there. Of course the flame's not going to be that color, we know that. And then right down here, we've got a little scoop of some sort, and it kind of lives right in here. We just want to give it a scoop. It's got a little handle. Do a little scoop, and that goes off behind the towel. Okay, we want to go with a little bit of shadow right in here. We want to build up our shadows. Now, of course, we're going to have a little bit of shadow underneath. Okay. Now, our scoop, of course, is going to be hollow on the inside. So we want to start building that up. There we go. The more you do to a painting, the more you're going to build up color, technique, patterns, the more it's going to stand out. And one thing about paintings too, the fine details, that's what's going to make any painting, and make it stand out, make it be special. And there are a lot of times that it's going to look like that there's a lot more detail than what there actually is. That's the illusion you want to present. You want to make it look like you spent days trying to get that shadow just right, trying to make it perfect. But guess what? You didn't. But nobody has to know that. That can be our little secret. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to, I do believe that we are going to try to build up a little bit of white to kind of give it a little bit of structure that we're going to need. Now, on the little scoop, it's actually a wooden scoop, and we just want to start building up a feeling of substance here. There we go. See how we're just kind of letting it vanish off there? That's what we want to do. We want to make it just blend in. We don't want to overwhelm nothing. Now remember, that's going to be a wooden spoon, so it'll probably have some browns in it. That's one thing about this painting. It has a lot of browns. It has a lot of earth tones. It just looks like a fun painting to do, and it just looks like it's fun. And that's what's creating's all about, is having fun, enjoying yourself. Now with this towel that's around, you just want to, all I'm basically doing is just trying to get coloration, trying to get some color here, get some lightness, and we'll build up textures in a little bit. But this is a nice little enjoyable painting it's not too painful, nah, but it can be fun. Art can be fun and should be fun. That's the main thing about art. It should be fun. It should be enjoyable. Should be relaxing. Should definitely be a nice place to relax. Now on the towel, you just want to give the feeling of some sort of texture to it, some sort of feeling to it that it's got some life to it. You want to give a little bit of perspective too. Just kind of make it look like some of it's closer to you, like some of it's standing out a little bit more. But definitely working. Now we want to, inside of the candle here, we want to lighten the inside. We don't want it to look like it's not there. We want it to look like it is there. The great thing is, though, we can utilize some of what we have to give us some shadow. And then we want to go over here. The great thing about acrylic, what I did over here is actually drying while I'm working on this other part. And that's a wonderful thing. That way you can work on one part, switch to another part, switch to another part. And by the time you get back to the other areas you were doing, a lot of that's going to be dry. And thus you'll be able to get better details. Now I'm going to go here and a little bit in here where the light is going to be. There we go. And same over here. We just want it to have a nice feeling to it. Okay. We're going to go with a little bit more over in here just to give it just try to build up a little bit of lightness over here. We're just kind of trying to give it a little bit of pattern in there. Make it look like that it's got a life to it. There we go. this look a little more natural here. I think I want to build up a little bit white over here. Okay, I'm going to go with just a little bit more, just a little bit of highlights over here. Just because I feel like that it's a thing I might want to do. Okay, I'm going to call it quits for right this moment, and we'll finish in just a little bit.